have my egg shirt. It's back, and I just want to address the elephant in the room. Me. No, I'm just kidding, but look at this. Look at my neck. Can you see this? I was wearing a necklace for like 4 hours at work, and then it just started to burn and itch, so I took it off. Didn't think much of it, and the next day when I woke up, I was dealing with this. I have a nickel allergy, and yeah, that made my skin burn like a mofo. So this is my second day, and it's only getting worse because during the night, I apparently scratch it. I zoomed you guys in because we are gonna play with the Beautybay Wilderness palette. I was sent this in PR, so I have not paid for it. It cost 179 Swedish crowns, which is maybe around 15 pounds. I will have an affiliate link to it down below in case you wanted to use my code to purchase it. This is what it looks like, and I did a green look the other day that I didn't film. Well, I filmed it for Instagram, so I can link that down below, and I will also pop up the look right here. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Like, what? Oh my gosh. Today, anyway, I thought that I would probably play a little bit more with the reds, maybe this shade, because I'm going to work, and it seems fitting. Fuck, I shouldn't scratch it. Stop me. So I'm gonna start off with the shade Serum. Such a boring shade, I know, but I need to set under my brows, because if I don't, I am not a human, and that's that. That's all. That's all. Beautybay actually has pretty good prices on their palettes. I think that the most expensive one that I've ever purchased was the Nikki Tutorials one. Now I am going to, I don't know, maybe hop into this one, but I think I'm gonna just take a little bit of that and then a little bit of snow just to lighten it up a little bit, because it feels, I don't know, like a tad too deep. And does it have like a green tint to it? I know it's like a very, very yellowy shade. No, it doesn't have a green tint to it. But yeah, I'm just putting this in my crease. Anyway, a thought. I had a thought. Who am I? But this is so strange, and you kind of have to let me know if I am the odd one out here or if Nicklas is the odd one out here. So obviously we have been together for over 7 years and we share a bed, but we're not married, so we're living in sin. I know. I am going straight to H-E-L-L. I wish I was one of those people that were like, once we are in bed, phones away. But I'm not. I can play with my phone for an hour at bed. Usually not that long though, because I'm like, when I go to bed, I'm pretty tired. So I'm kind of always falling asleep with my phone in my hand, and I'm like, okay, now it's time to just put it away, because otherwise I'm not gonna charge it over the night and it's just gonna be a hassle, and X, Y, and Z. See, I'm gonna do the same thing with this one, sunrise and snow. But when I play with my phone, I cannot lay still, so sometimes I lay flat on my stomach and I play with my phone, then I change position and I go to like a, you know, I lay on the side and blah 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 blah. Nicklas doesn't do that. He lays exactly the same. He just lays on his back staring at his phone for like 1 to 2 hours. He can lay exactly the same, and I've told him, like, don't you ever just want to change position? He was like, no, I found the correct position, so why change it? I mean, it makes sense, but it's like, you know, are you an alien? How is it that CSI has not arrested him and started to look into him? Because that shit isn't normal. It can't be. Every single night, it's the same. I've started to be a little bit scared of him, so now I've gone to bed alone, locked the door, and I've been like, you're not allowed in here until you start to twist and turn like I do. I'm gonna take the shade Raw now, which is this one. I mean, this is pretty, but this is prettier. It's like a ox blood. Like the blood of your enemy. I love saying that, blood. So I'm just packing this on in my outer corner. I got a little bit of eyeshadow under my eyes, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen anyone review it, this palette I'm talking about, but I heard some people say that the mattes weren't the best, and I feel like that is like a common thing that people say when it comes to these palettes, and I would have to agree. Like, yes, some mattes in these palettes, they aren't the best, but I always find it that when you use an eyeshadow primer, most things are workable. Just use like the correct brushes. What? No, just, you know, sometimes you just have to work with it a little bit. And for like what, 129, no, 179 Swedish crowns, it's like, get a grip. I know people are gonna be like, how many dollars is that? Google. Damn it. Some people are so lazy. Sometimes people comment on my videos and they're like, if I use something, where can I find it? Have you ever heard of Google? If you just go to Google, type in Beautybay Wilderness, it's gonna pop up, I promise. I don't know the mentality of people today. Not just young people. No. Everyone. It's like, no one knows how to search themselves, or it's like, how much is it? Karen, we have talked about this. You need to figure some things out for yourself. Clean brush, and let's start blending it out. Blend. I don't know how I like this look. I wish it was different. No, but I like the fact that they included like two different reds. Like this, this is a little bit more pinky than I would have liked. So I'm just gonna try and sit here and blend it out a little bit, and then I'm gonna pack it on once again, just so, because now that I'm blending it, I'm losing some pigment, which makes it turn up a little bit more pinky. And I want it to be like a, you know, ox blood red. So once again, just packing it on. I think actually I'm gonna have to take the brown. So I'm gonna take the shade Earth, and then tap it off. I took it on my clean brush, so it's not clean anymore. And then I'm just gonna start blending it out a little bit, because I feel like the other shades were a little bit too light to make it blend. I'm gonna take the shade Fossil, like my watch. And for you guys, I'm gonna take it on a brush. Ooh, I have a feeling I'm gonna get fallout with this, but let's just, no fallout. Can you see my skin? Fuck my skin. Wow, that's amazing. That's actually a really pretty color. I love Beautybay's shimmers. They are just phenomenal. I'm just gonna apply it with a finger because I prefer applying shimmers with a finger. Even though I have nails, I just find them to go on so much more beautifully and like intense and sparkly and smooth. Yes, bitch. So I have this pen from Charlotte Tilbury. I saw this on Megan Turner. She was using it and I was like, you look fine. So I bought it. This is the copper charge pen. So it is this color on this side and metallic copper on the other side. And I'm just swatched this one out. I have never used it, but I'm wondering if it is too light to do a wing with. I don't know if it's not gonna turn up. It's like basically the same color, so damn it. Let's see about my NAS Mambo. Every single time. It's Mambo number 5. Do, do, do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the club, come on and ride. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the car, so come on, let's ride. Let's try this one. NARS Mambo to the rescue. So I'm just doing a light wing. I don't know what's happened with me. I just cannot not do a wing. Or not, I cannot not do a wing today. I mean, you could probably try and dupe this. I was looking at Talia's to try and dupe it because when I wanted to purchase Mambo, it was sold out everywhere. But then eventually I found it at Lyko, which is a Swedish store. So I'm just taking this brush and just taking that ox blood shade under my eyes. I'm just gonna try and stick like right out here. I haven't set under my eyes, so I'm like really playing it not safe. And then I took a blend of earth and snow, and then I'm just gonna start blending it out. I'm gonna take this Charlotte Tilbury pen again, and I'm gonna take the metallic side, and I'm just gonna start painting under my eyes, and it's not turning up as metallic as I would have liked it to. Let's try it over here. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. How the F? Maybe I need to set it first. So let me try and play up my under eyes a little bit and I'll be back. I kind of just set under my eyes. I want to see if it shows up a little bit more if, you know, you have a set concealer. Yeah, maybe it does, but it's not like blowing my socks off. You know, this look is not my favorite, not gonna lie, but I had used the greens, so I wanted to play with something else, you know. Yeah, okay. So then I'm just gonna start blending a little bit, just like the edges of this. Oh wow, how beautiful. It just disappeared into thin air. So I have already done my foundation, primer, and concealer. Just itches so much. I mean, look at this. It's disgusting looking. People probably think I have a disease or something, but you know what? Sometimes life gives you rashes and you just gotta power through them. I'm gonna take the Patrick Ta bronzery thingy and let's play up this one and then just cream contour a little bit. I'd like to just stamp it on. I am set with cream products for an eternity. I hate and love this rougher brush. This rougher brush is so beautiful and whatnot. Again, I am not one of these people that's like sponsored by these beautiful and luxe brands, but I did get it sent to me by a lovely subscriber. But what I hate about it is that it fucking sheds in my bronzers, like my cream product, all the time. And a synthetic brush just doesn't do that. It doesn't do that. But this does, and I'm like, I thought we were friends, I thought we were lovers, but you're just failing me all the freaking time. It's like we are in a disruptive and unhealthy relationship, and I don't know if we can move on. Will we ever heal when you are breaking and destroying all of the things that I love? It's like this brush is making me choose my cream product or this brush, and I am sorry, but someday this is gonna fail. This, I will cut the ties.
I just cannot do it.
But I keep on using him because I imagine that he's going to change. He has told me he's going to change, but he never does. But I'm hoping, I'm still holding out hope that he is going to change. He said he will. I believe him. And don't you judge me. Let's take the bronzer aside. I don't know. I think that these two complement each other so well because it's like a very cool side, and then you have this beautiful like warm side, and I don't know, but like maybe if I compare it to, because I don't know if it looks so cool just because of the fact that it is or warm, I mean, just because it is compared to a cooler side. Because when I look at it this, like, yes, it is a warm bronzer, but when I look at them like that, I don't know if I think that it is as warm as I originally think when I just look, I don't know. But I'm just bronzing up my skin. Bronzily bronze. I think that this goes on beautifully and not as warm as one could think. But I feel like I have like a patch here, but I think it is from my pillow when I slept, so that I got a mark on my skin, and it's actually not makeup. My hair though, it's like my head is this big, but I promise it's not. I haven't done anything to my hair for like a week. Well, I straightened it, but I haven't curled it, and that to me is like I haven't done anything. I have periods where I'm like, well, I am on my period right now, first and foremost, but that was not the period that I was talking about. But I have periods in my life where I'm like, I hate my hair. All I want to do is like go to the hairdresser and let them like cut it, make something like super voluminous and I don't know whatnot. I really want to have like a middle part, but as you can see, I don't only have an egg shirt, but I also have an egg head. So I feel like that just emphasizes it so much more. So I always have like a side part. But I want to be one of those gals that has a beautiful middle part with like voluminous hair, but that's just not me. Nabla Ozone. I'm gonna see if I can take it on this Sigma F03 brush. This used to be like the shit back in the days, and I feel like people have just kind of fallen out of love with this brush. But it is stiff, so I just wanted to see if I could use it. And I need a mirror. I don't know, why are we whispering? Yes. I wish, I don't know, like, let me know if you are the same skin tone as me. If you're not the same skin tone as me, please don't say anything. But if you are the same skin tone as me, which shade, if you have like a Nabla skin glazing, which shade do you have? Because sometimes I feel like Ozone is a smidge too light, and I wish I could have it like one shade darker, but I'm scared that the other shade after that will be like too dark. I know Alejandra, she has a shade and she's darker than me. She's like a Spanish or something, and I think that if that works for her, it's not gonna work for me. By the way, if you love, like you guys know how much I love my pigments, well, Alejandra loves them as much as I do. So go and check her out. I'll link her down below. I cannot decide, should I take my e.l.f. Putty Blush in Maldives or Vive in Pesca? I think let's take both. So I'm gonna start off with Maldives, and I am just taking this on a little stippling brush. And this is again the Putty Blush. And as you can see, I mean, it looks super scary, but as you can see, it just goes on very, very sheerly. So I kind of, you know, go pretty deep in there, and then I take off most of the product, and then I stipple it on. And as you can see, it went on super patchy, but when blending, this is why I feel like you need, I saw someone use like I'm not even gonna say what kind of brush it was, but it was a super small, dense brush, something along the lines of this one, but it was smaller and more compact. And this person was blending out their cream blush and was saying how much they loved that brush for blending out cream blush. And all I could see was that that brush was way too harsh, and it just removed all of the foundation, and it left the blush looking super splotchy and like super, you know, just like a stripe. But this person loved this brush and was telling me, or telling us, like, look at how beautiful it applies. How are you going to say that no, that is not the correct brush? It doesn't look as great as you think. You cannot do that because you're not a bitch. If that person thinks that it looks great, you just gotta be quiet. Pesca from Vive. So I'm just stippling this on. I'm just, you know, a little dash. Why not? Ooh. Ooh. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think I need to go to the mental hospital. And my brows, they're there today. They're there. I wish I could remove this makeup. And nothing wrong with the palette or anything. It's just not my colors. I really, you know what I wanted to do? I was really wanting to use my little Charlotte Tilbury quad today, but I was like, you know, I'm gonna film. People are gonna say that I'm boring. People want to see a video with this, and I did it for you. Okay, let's go on with lipstick. I need something peachy, which I don't have here. Ooh, well, I do. So let's take Peachy from ABH. Whoop, whoop. This might be a little bit too light, but we'll see. And then Vive from Vive. Oh, so stunning. Let me apply some mascara and whatnot, and I will be right back. So here I am. This is the finished look. A little bit stressed, if I'm gonna be totes honest. Here is the palette. Once again, let me just share my overall thoughts. Great mattes, beautiful shimmers. Or the shimmers is where Beautybay is at their best. The mattes, nothing wrong with them. They are matte, they are beautiful, they blend, blah, blah, blah. great palette and only 179 doll hairs. What? Such a fun fall color story, and a huge thank you to Beautybay for sending this out to me. I just want to remind you guys to like or dislike, because that really helps me out. I don't care if you like or dislike, but just do one of the other. That really means a lot to me, because my engagement is going downhill, and that is very bad for me as a content creator. And if we can't interact, it's just not really fun for me anymore. So if you can, like or dislike, depending on how you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!